Got up super early with my friends and we checked out the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct, and I've got some thoughts. Well, Wednesday, April 2nd, 2025, turned out to be an eventful day. We were exposed to all of Nintendo's ideas surrounding the Nintendo Switch 2, and they put together a hell of a Direct with lots of focus on hardware, lots of focus on software that's coming to the system, lots of changes to the Nintendo Switch ecosystem, which was backed up by the Direct that we had just a week ago. And I've been walking around. I went for a little walk after the Direct stream. I've been thinking about it. I've been tweeting about it. And I thought, okay, let me put together my top 10 favorite things about the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct. We're going to start with number 10, which is Drag Cross Drive or Drag X Drive. I'm not exactly sure how you say it, but you are in control of a wheelchair using the two Joy-Con that you have as mice on a flat surface, and you're using the Joy-Con to kind of push yourself forward. There are ramps where you can do flips, and then the idea is to score baskets like a basketball game, and it looks like an arcade sports experience, but I love the freaking representation here. I think it's phenomenal. I love the creativity and the inventiveness. The art looks a little sparse right now, and it's coming out in summer, so hopefully it's going to be beefed up and embellished quite a bit, but I was very surprised and very happy to see Drag Cross Drive. Number 9 on my list is all of the enhanced tech that is a part of the Nintendo Switch 2. We're talking about variable refresh rate screen technology. It's LCD. It's a bummer that it's not an OLED screen, but it's LCD with HDR, so you're going to be able to really see beautiful, blooming, awesome lighting and stuff in games, which is excellent. And games that play up to 120 frames per second. I think that's amazing. You've got 4K upscaling when you put it into the cooled dock for the Nintendo Switch 2, which is also terrific. It's going to be incredible to play Metroid Prime 4 Beyond at 120 frames per second. Are you kidding me? I am so psyched for the performance of the Nintendo Switch 2. Higher resolution, better frame rates, more horsepower, better looking games. I can't freaking wait. Number 8 on my list is all of the game chat social technology that's a part of Nintendo Switch 2. And yes, there's a lot of stuff here that we've seen on previous consoles and other systems. PC has had it for years and years, but now we're going to be able to pop in a camera and see ourselves as we're playing online games. We're going to be able to create streams of ourselves, it looks like, that we can blast out to Twitch or whatever using the tech that's all a part of it. We're going to be able to inject ourselves into games, which is awesome. There's a microphone included with the Switch 2, finally, so voice chat is just going to be an endemic part of the experience, which is great. And I just think that this idea of focusing on social play in an online setting so it feels like people are all connected is awesome. Now, I was absolutely concerned by some of the choppy frame rates that we saw on some of those smaller windows on the main screen, but it's hard to ignore the fact that Nintendo's taken some pretty big leaps for themselves, considering how hesitant they've been with voice chat and this sort of online connectivity all the way along. Now we're going to be able to see ourselves and our friends on screen, we're going to be able to hear them, and we're going to be able to integrate them into the games that we're playing. And hopefully all of that early kind of glimpse that we're seeing with that technology is just going to get better and more refined. Number 7 on my list are the Switch 1 enhanced games that you're going to be able to play on Switch 2. It's already been announced that the 2 Zelda games, Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, will be enhanced, and they're going to look insane. And there's an extra app that you can download to your phone with a map, and you can make notes and things, which is so cool. And HDR lighting, 60 frames per second. They're going to look incredible. Can't wait for that. The Kirby Forgotten Land title looks amazing, and they also showed off an enhanced version of Super Mario Party Jamboree, which takes full advantage of all the game chat features as well, and that looks like a blast with new content, new gameplay. I am really digging this. I like that the Zelda games also are upgradable for free if you have a Nintendo Switch Online account. That's cool. I hope more games do that, and I hope that the upgrade pricing path for other Nintendo Switch 1 games is pretty reasonable. Number 6 on my list is all of the third-party support that they showed off in the Direct. We saw some amazing games: Cyberpunk 2077, Street Fighter 6, Elden Ring. We know that Final Fantasy games are coming to this platform, Star Wars Outlaws. All kinds of announcements were made in the Direct, and then I'm getting press releases like crazy from publishers everywhere. Third-party support is a big feature for Nintendo Switch 2. Number 5 on my list is From Software's out of nowhere, looks like a brand new, possibly exclusive title called The Dusk Bloods. I don't know much about this game other than what I just saw in the trailer, but it looks creepy and eerie, and undoubtedly it will be incredibly difficult, and it will really frustrate me, but I can't wait to jump in, and it looks like it's in that Bloodborne kind of aesthetic, that steampunk hardcore, beautiful, but punishing aesthetic, and I can't wait to get lost in it. Looks freaking awesome. Number 4 on my list of my top 10 favorite things about the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct is the Joy-Con mouse functionality. This is something that we all guessed and anticipated based on leaks, and then that earlier Switch 2 reveal, and yes, it's true. You're going to be able to use the mouse to play mini games and to do all kinds of stuff within video games and possibly within the other features. Maybe, when you're selecting stuff on the new eShop and stuff, you'll be able to use it as a mouse, which is really cool. And I guess presumably Nintendo, with that larger screen on the device, which is another part of the tech that I love with the Switch 2, they're expecting a lot of people to play in tabletop mode and just kind of use it like a small little computer, even using the mouse functionality to play a game like Metroid Prime 4, which is mind-blowing. It's quirky, it's cool, it's unique, and I am here for it. I am very excited to play around with the Joy-Con as a mouse. Number 3 on my list, and I wasn't anticipating this today, but it was announced that GameCube is coming to the Nintendo Switch Online Plus expansion pack exclusively on Nintendo Switch 2, so not on Switch 1. And so GameCube titles are coming. We're talking about The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker. We're talking about Soul Calibur 2, where you can fight as Link. That game was amazing. F-Zero GX was shown off, and they had a little Chibi Robo shout out and a whole list of other GameCube games that are coming. Amazing. And they're all going to be enhanced visually, so they'll play at a higher resolution. There's online play. Can't freaking wait. And what an amazing pack-in deal for subscribers to NSO. Very cool stuff. Number 2 on my list is Donkey Kong Bonanza, which looks absolutely incredible. Gorgeous looking visuals. A big emphasis on 3D play and sort of exploring everything and busting through all kinds of stuff, but also some 2D sequences in there as well. I can't wait to learn more, and we don't have much of a wait. It's coming out in the summertime. Super excited about Donkey Kong Bonanza, but I'm even more excited about my number 1, which is Mario Kart World, which really blew me away. I didn't expect it to be an open world racing game. I think there have been some hints and some whispers that it might be open world, but they are embracing that. You can go wherever you want. It also does evoke some of my love for Diddy Kong Racing, where you can get into flying craft and you can race across water as well. And it looks amazing. It looks like it's got all kinds of beautiful HDR flourishes, and it's going to run at a beautiful frame rate. You're going to be able to race in all kinds of cool, different looking environments and with lots and lots of friends. It's a launch game for Nintendo Switch 2. They've got a pack-in bundle, which I think is probably going to be the most popular version of the Nintendo Switch 2 at launch. And they've got a whole direct scheduled for April 17th, focused exclusively on Mario Kart World. I cannot wait for this game. All right, so that was a quick list of my top 10 favorite things about the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct, but I did have 5 disappointments. Starting with number 5, there was no new 3D Mario game, which feels weird. It feels like there should have been a tease, at least, some kind of hint that a massive brand new 3D Mario adventure is coming. We did not get that, but this was also a very full Direct with lots and lots of ideas of what we're going to have fun with down the road. So it's excusable, and it definitely creaks the door open for future Switch 2 focused Directs and an inevitable reveal of a 3D Mario game that likely will be coming out holiday 2025. Number 4 for me was that there was no mention of DS or 3DS games for Nintendo Switch 2 or Nintendo Switch 1, and they've set up the idea that this could be possible with their game share technology, where you can have one copy of the game and you can share with other people and play. Presumably, you could do that with the screens using Switch 1 systems easily. Behind the scenes, I'm sure Nintendo is working on all of that. Connecting between consoles seems to be a big deal with Nintendo Switch 2, which is great. Number 3 is that the Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour app that they showed off to kind of take you through some of the ideas of what the Switch 2 is capable of, give you some mouse mini games with the Joy-Con mouse, and it just looked like a cool interface to kind of examine and explore the architecture of the system. That should be included for free on every Switch 2. It should not be a purchasable download. And I hope Nintendo reconsiders. It's probably too late, but the release date is still months away, so it would be amazing if they said, you know what, we're going to bundle that with the hardware. Everybody should have access to that, and it shouldn't be something that you have to buy. And that leads into my number 2, which is that the price points are pretty darn high for the Nintendo Switch 2. We're talking $630 Canadian, $450 American, and those prices are higher higher than a lot of us were predicting and talking about and anticipating. Of course, the economic realities of the world are challenging and moving. There's lots of tariffs and all kinds of stuff floating around out there, and I'm sure that Nintendo has been reacting to some of that. But it is, and it's something that I keep seeing on social media, people keep reflecting back at me that those prices seem very high, and they are. And they are for me, but I'm also a guy, like I bought the Vectrex. I did wait till it went on sale. I bought a Virtual Boy. I bought a 3DO. I bought the Jaguar. I bought a bloody Sony mini disc when it launched. You know, I am into shiny things with blinking lights and cool technology. And man, does the Switch 2 offer that in spades. But I totally get that these prices are much higher for a Nintendo console than we've ever seen before. And number one on my list is that there is no Mario Paint. And that's going to have a bracket yet. But I think absolutely, because the Joy-Con can be employed as a mouse, Mario Paint is inevitable. It's like Thanos. It's definitely coming to this device. And what I want Nintendo to do is give us that Super Nintendo Mario Paint and also remake a brand new Mario Paint and let us go to town creating all kinds of cool stuff where we can inject it into our themes, into our backgrounds on our Switch 2s, and maybe possibly even make playable little games. Man, you know what? I mean, you can quibble about a lot of things with the Switch 2, but this was a hell of a reveal, a great deep dive. It's awesome to see all of the support from the game industry at large for this machine. A lot of companies skipped out on supporting the Switch 1. I don't think that's happening this time. EA specifically, I want you to show up with NHL on this platform. Bring hockey to a system that you can take anywhere, and you can pass Joy-Con around and you can play a hockey game. And also the EA Sports Big franchise, you gotta bring that back. It's great. I mean, this console specifically is about social play and playing with family and friends. There is a great opportunity. I think this is gonna be a massive success. Let me know what you thought of the Switch 2 Direct. What were your favorite things? What were you disappointed by? What do you hope to see in the future? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for being a supporter of Electric Playground. Hit that subscribe button and that little bell. We will see you soon. And until then, play forever.